Citizens, we are back. It is the 20th, so tomorrow is the start of another weekend of Foundation Festival. So I thought I would just kind of get a little bit of recording in beforehand, do a little bit of salvage with our Vulture. Now, I'm going to go to the side here. I haven't actually checked this out yet. Look at this. Beautiful. Oh, it's got the little Foundation Fest paint on it. So this is one of the paints that are available in Foundation Fest. So if you're taking part in that and you're earning paints, you can earn this paint. Even if you don't have a Vulture, you can still get this paint and it will be in your hangar for the future when you have a Vulture. So I've been getting some paints for ships that I don't have. I don't have a 600i. I don't have like a Valkyrie or which one was it Starfare, the refueling one? I don't even have a Freelancer. So I do have those paints, and they are available for the future. Now, I'm going to actually start this out with a little bit of a retraction. I'm not sure if I said it in a video or not, but I was under the impression that there was a free fly during the Foundation Fest that would go on for the festival. But it ended on the 17th, so it ended a couple days ago. It makes sense from a CIG standpoint. They don't want to have a month-long free fly. But I kind of thought that would have been good, especially for the Foundation Fest, because you would get the ability to really try out the game, get some progression in the game. But there were some pretty cool ships there for part of the free fly. A 600i, the Vulture was in there. I can't remember all the ships, but there was actually quite a large number of ships. For free fly, I was actually pretty impressed with all the ships that they gave people to try out. I didn't sign up for the free fly, so I didn't have those added to my account. But I do have this here. So I'm taking a look at this paint here. Now, I do like green. Anyone that watches this channel knows that that is definitely my favorite ship color. So I'm going to put the green back on here. But overall, with the kind of gunmetal and the little teal accents, you got the teal on the little winglets there. And overall, the color. This paint, the Foundation Festival paint for the MSR, is pretty cool. I do like that one. So we're going to just start up our engines here. While we're doing that, we're going to take a salvage mission. So I thought I would just kind of do a little bit of salvage, and then tomorrow I'm going to be starting. It's going to be on the third weekend, looking to get some of the suits. I think Canudo, I think that's the one that's coming up. So if you've been doing 3 guiding sessions over the weekends, you're able to get the free gear that is available in-game. Now, I wouldn't buy that gear at all. I'm not going to really worry about buying gear, but anytime you can get free gear, I'm all for that. So, salvage. Now, we are right now at Arccorp. So, I'm going to look at Arc L1, L2, HUR L5, CUR L4, Arc L5, Arc L4. Like, we'll look kind of in that area. I don't want to really travel too far, so why not look for a salvage mission close by? Give that a go, but I want something bigger. I don't want to get like a prospector or a core. I want to try to go for something larger. Even a freelancer might be okay. How much is that? 20,000. Argo Mole. There is the Caterpillar, and that is at MIC L2. That's a bit far. Correct? Correct? MIC L2. Yeah, that's way over there. Don't want that one. But where's this freelancer? HOR2. You know what? 20,000. Let's see what we can do there. Now, I think the salvage missions are pretty awesome. And if you don't have a Vulture, although with the upcoming 3.2, I believe you'll be able to get a Vulture in-game. And I say don't rent a prospector. You can rent a rock for mining. Absolutely awesome. You can rent the Vulture, you can rent the prospector, but the prospector I always say is not worth it because you can't upgrade it. You can't really do anything to make it more effective. But the Vulture currently, since there's no better scrapers, there's really no reason not to rent a Vulture because you will be able to do anything that a stock well, the stock Vulture is the only option. So unlike a Prospector that you can upgrade, you can't really upgrade this one. So 100% get yourself a Vulture in game. Now, this ship parts here is something that's kind of bothering me. Ooh. Let's watch you land. What paint is that? Kind of a red color? I do like that. Nice constellation there. A little, oh. There we go. You got it, buddy. What was I talking about? Oh, I kind of wish that you could salvage in armistice zones, because all the POIs, especially where good trade routes are, or around all the landing zones where people are crashing, there's all these wrecked ships that are just begging to be cleaned up. So that would be pretty awesome. So I've hit C here. I'm using my cruise control just to fly up into space while I'm heading towards salvage claim. If I hit B and turn on my jump drive, once I'm out of the atmo, I'll be able to jump, and that just kind of gives me an indication once those all those turn blue. So if anyone hasn't really been flying much and just learning, there's a little bit of a tip for you. So although the free fly is done, Foundation Festival is still happening for the remainder of the month. So people playing the game can take part. So if you have an account, absolutely try to do at least 3 guiding sessions on the weekend. Get yourself some free gear. Lodestone the first week, Archangel was last week, Canuto this week, then there's the Rhine, and then something Wildwood, maybe. I think I got it. One of those is probably right. That is if you've done at least 1 guiding session every weekend. So if you haven't done a guiding session for the first 2 weekends, don't worry about getting that last one. You're not going to. But just it's kind of something. And although, you know, CIG made a guide system that isn't really great for what they're trying to do, they've certainly allowed people to cheese the system, and there's plenty of people doing that. So it has been kind of annoying trying to get guides. I did make a post on Spectrum about that, and part of it was the fact that when you're requesting guides, they just ignore you, or at least that's what I thought. But it's come to my attention that what happens is, as a guide, when you accept somebody in a guiding session to guide them, your name isn't automatically delisted from available guides, and unless you do that yourself, you're there and you are ignoring those people, and that's why it's timing out, and that's why it's really hard to find guides. Some people are taking more than 1 session at a time, which I think potentially could be okay, but for the most part, I'm finding a lot of people are just saying, well, I'm at work right now, so I'm adding you to my list, and just stick around for half an hour, and then you got your guide session. But that's not what I'm up for. I'm trying to actually take part in guiding sessions. So cheesing the system isn't really what I'm up to, but a lot of people are certainly doing that to get their free gear. And by making people do 3 sessions a weekend, every weekend for a month, they're really asking people to cheese the system. That's certainly what's happening. I did send a message, unrelated, but just kind of talking about something to someone at CIG. I got a response back from them, and they're looking for some input on what will make the events better. And I think there could be a lot of improvements. Automatically delisting somebody when they're already guiding, or if they keep timing out after like 3 times, doesn't mean that they can't guide anymore. It means they're gonna have to like relist themselves. That would certainly help. I've learned that if you are talking with somebody on Spectrum and you say you played with them, you can then have a successful guide session. If you say you weren't actually playing with them, it ends right away, and that does not become a successful guide mission. If you're a guide, you don't know if somebody has completed the mission and completed a little survey. You have no indicator. I would certainly like to see that, so that you know if the person at the other end has done what they need to do for it to count. That definitely needs to be fixed. But overall, Foundation Fest is one of my favorite events, and it's because, first of all, the servers tend to run really well. It's not like they're changing anything. It's not like they're adding something like Xenothreat. Usually the servers during Foundation Fest run really well. They run just as well as they would at any other date. And so I really like that. Also that it's an event based on community and based on teaching people. And if you watch most of my videos, you'll know that I really focus on tutorials and teaching and the positive aspects of the game. And so really, this is right up my wheelhouse. Plus, you get to earn some cool stuff, whether it's the paints, whether it's the gear, whether it's the hats that I don't wear too often because then you have to take your helmet off. But eventually, when there's more to do in cities and more places with atmospheres, I like to wear outfits. I do change into clothing during times at like Expo when you're walking around the floor. Why not? So doing pretty good, kind of enjoying it. Really, I focus on being guided during the weekends to be sure that I know that I'm completing the sessions, and then during the week I've been doing guiding sessions. And I have been learning some stuff. Even though I've been playing Star Citizen for a long time, even though I have been producing a lot of tutorials, there are aspects of this game that I really know nothing about. I took some guiding sessions with some traders to learn some of the newer tricks for trade routes. Again, don't just send me a link to an online website about trade and then say, all right, hang around for half an hour. Show me a trade route, at least take the time to type it out. Someone took me for racing for the first time I tried the race course outside of Lorville, and that was awesome because I learned a few things about power management systems when setting up your ship for racing. It was really fun. I'm definitely going to get into doing more racing and producing a video about that in the future. And I will point out that if you are done with the free fly session, if you have finished and you are not playing anymore, the game package that's currently on sale, that is the Aurora with the Foundation Festival paint, which is exclusive to that package. So I don't have that paint. No one else can get that paint unless they're buying that game package. That's still going on to the 31st. If you're thinking about getting the game, be sure to have used a referral code. I do have one up on the screen here, but there's a link that guarantees that it's going to work in the comments below. If you have a friend, absolutely use your friend's referral code, because if they don't have a referral bonus yet, they will get that. I did get my referral bonus, so I'm not going to get another one. You only get the one. But what will happen is they will get the PTV, the Grey Cat little buggy, free of charge. You will get it on, or I shouldn't say on the 31st. Sometime after 31st, that's when the people that are the new players get those attributed to their account. That is going to be a $40 vehicle that is upgradable, so you can upgrade that to anything. It's going to have lifetime insurance that transfers over, so if you upgrade that to an actual spaceship, you'll have a spaceship with LTI. But really, you're basically getting double your value because it's a $40 game package on sale right now. You get the game, you get your Aurora, and you get a $40 vehicle. What an awesome deal. So if you're looking to get into the verse, you have until the 31st to do that, but you have to have used a referral code when you made your account. So we're going to let this cool down a bit here, and then we're going to head over to our salvage claim. What did I choose again? Was it a freelancer? What did I choose? Freelancer, yes. So, salvage, if you do not have a Vulture yet, you can still do salvage. You can use a multi-tool and a salvage salvage tool or salvage attachment, to say, and do salvage that way. Not really worth it, but you can salvage weaponry and you can take the cargo that's inside. So we're going to jump to the salvage claim here, and we're going to go and see, first of all, what cargo's in here. If it's illicit cargo, it's definitely worth a lot of money, but you have to sell that at Grim Hex or one of the no questions asked terminals. There is one at CRU L5, I think it is. Yes, right here. There's one there. You can sell that as well. So turn off my jump drive. I do like that the salvage has become better. I know CAG makes something really profitable and then nerfs it. They did that with salvage. Originally, it was super easy to find it all over the place and gather a bunch of RMC. Then they nerfed it, making it almost impossible to find any of the salvageable ships. But now with salvage contracts, at least they've brought that back up. There are two types of salvage contracts. The ones that are kind of timed and tend maybe to be a bit better. I'm assuming that's the ones that you find a lot of, like, of the expensive drugs inside. But these ones, the ones that I chose here, as far as I know, no one else is getting this salvage claim. So I could take my time with this. I can go grab a bit, leave, come back, grab a bit more if I needed to. Also, if I decide I don't want this claim anymore, I can cancel it, and you're not losing any rep for canceling that. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we are 43 kilometers away. I'm just going to take it a bit slow, and once we get there, we're going to do a little bit of salvage. Okay, we've just come up onto the 10K mark here. I was hoping potentially to find some more salvage. Occasionally, just flying there, you do find other ships on the way, but I didn't see that. Lots of asteroids in this area, so I did have to make sure I wasn't going to fly into anything getting there. But we're coming up now, 3K away. One thing I didn't really mention with the Foundation Fest with the guide system, another thing to kind of know is during the weekend, the time things, not only if you don't fill out the form afterwards, and it takes 20 seconds of just saying, yes, I played with a person, these are the things we covered, and then submit. That's all it is. It's this click, 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 done. If you're hoping to get those 3 sessions this weekend, not only do they have to have all of those verified little forms in there, but I thought I would do an experiment on my first weekend. I did 2 where I was the guide, I did 1 where I was guided, and then I did another one that I was guided just to be safe. But that one I waited until it started. It took about an hour and a half, and it ended after the cutoff time. That one did not count. Also, one of the sessions that I guided, the person didn't do the thing, so I didn't get the lodestone armor. I'm not really concerned about that. But I do know that I have at least 1 that will count towards the Wildwood. I looked, by the way, the name is Wildwood on there, so that's the next one coming up. Here is the Freelancer. So you have to make sure you do them in the correct time, and you have to make sure that the survey is done in time. So we're going to hit V. We're going to see what kind of cargo is on here. So we're gonna scan this Freelancer. Sorry, I'm kind of distracted. My dog is barking. I don't think you can hear it, but I can certainly hear it. There's been some baby deer running around my yard, like little spots on them still. All right, where's the cargo? Is there any cargo on this? There might not be any cargo on this. Interesting. All right. So I'm going to open it up just to be sure, but I don't think there's any cargo on this Freelancer. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to position myself so that the back of my ship is facing the Freelancer. And the reason why you want to do that is just it's a little bit quicker. If I didn't have my multi-tool, if I forgot, I would need to create one by doing a little bit of salvage. Ooh, my empties are still there. That's awesome. Every time I'm having a drink, I've been putting them there. That's one thing. You can see I have 3 more red crews in here. Always have a few drinks in your ship. That way if you get thirsty, you don't really have to worry about it. So if I need to, I could scrape some material off the hull and then produce a salvage tool station. I can produce some salvage tools here. But I remembered mine. So we're just going to grab these. Now hold R, and we can aim this. Put that in there. There we go. So these are M5A cannon, size 3, which is a good size, so those are going to sell for something. I'm not going to grab the missiles. Now, when you're able to store items in your hangar and use those for reloading, absolutely, I'll grab missiles. But right now, it's a lot of work for absolutely no value. So sometimes I come out smoothly, and other times that happens. But here we are. We got to go to the other side of the ship and grab the guns that are on there. Now, when you're pulling these off, don't let go while they're moving, because they'll just keep floating. But if you place these and wait till they stop and then do that, they will hang out there. So we're just going to pull these last 2 guns off, and then I'm going to double check that there's no cargo in here. But the scan showed me no cargo, so I don't think there is any cargo. But there is the missiles, there is the guns, and there is all the RMC on the surface. So empty. Yeah, nothing in there, but there has been quite a few good finds in some of the ships. So I do like closing this back up once I'm done. I find it easier to salvage with the doors closed because the doors themselves aren't salvageable, and if they're open, they sometimes block the salvage beams. I find it easier if there's at least actual cargo boxes. If you put them in with your tractor beam while not standing in the ship, they don't lock. So I just get into the habit of putting my items into the ship from inside the ship. Well, that was not smart. There we go. Where's that last one? There it is. Kind of blends in. Alright, so I should be able to get around these guns. There we go. Close. Holster this. It is a bit of a mess, but actually, let's... There. Is that better? Sort of. Not only can you not lock guns down, but you also, if I store my ship right now, or if I go into my bed and do a bed log and come back, those guns will be back, or be gone, I should say. So when I come back, they'd be missing. So you can't keep them in there. Any cargo, if I found cargo on that ship and locked it down in my cargo grid and stored my ship and logged out or did a bed log, those would stay. But the guns, you have to sell currently. The only way you can actually kind of store them in your inventory is, you'll notice I don't have any guns on my ship right now. I've taken the guns off. And the reason why is because I haven't really been fighting, and if I find the right size guns, I can snap them onto my Vulture and then remove them during using the ship loadout. This is right here, vehicle loadout manager, and then you're able to store those guns in inventory. So that's the only current way that I know how. So this is why the Vulture is good currently as a rental, because if I hit M here, I got my 2 scrapers, the cinch and the abrade scraper modules. Those are the only two modules available, and they're already stock with it. Oh, is there guns up there? Oh, there is. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab those later as well. So first things first, you could use the cinch scraper. Now I'm gonna use Alt and spread them out a bit. There we go. And I'm also gonna hit G. That puts on my gimbals. I find gimbals a lot easier because I can do this without the ship moving around. If I have gimbals off, this is how you steer your mining beams. So G, do this. And you can see I already had some RMC in from another salvage job, so the cinch modules are slightly more efficient, and they're a bit smaller. I got them spread out a bit too far. Let's try that. The abrade aren't quite as efficient, but they're massive, so you can get a lot of material off in one go, as you can see here. I like, on smaller ships like this, I'll use the cinch if I'm trying to get that last little bit. If you look right up at the top of the screen there, you can see remaining salvage. It shows you how much salvage is left in the gun. The 64% where it says vehicle haul, which is in kind of the center here, that is just in this section. So if I go to this section, you can see it's 70%, 69, 68. That's this engine area. So each area, each kind of outlined colored area, it starts in green and goes to blue, then yellow to red as you go down and start getting more of the stuff up. So we're at 35%. Now it's gone to red at 30%, and we're just getting as much of the recycled material as possible into our Vulture. Now, if you are in something like a reclaimer, you can't do this from the pilot seat. You have to move to the turrets. But you could also have a number of crew, one piloting, one doing the scraping, one doing the stacking, where I have to, in this ship currently, get up and run down. So this is full, so I've stopped and I'm waiting. Right here where it says 1 out of 1 SCU, once the filler station ejects, if it's not blocked, it will automatically eject. This briefly will go to 0.00 SU. Do not try until it goes to the 1 there. If you start beforehand, you're going to be scraping without getting anything out of it. But we're now done. We're going to keep going. We're just going to scrape this, and we're going to get as much of the RMC as possible. Each one of these that I fill up, as long as I'm not filling or selling them, I should say, at like a no questions asked terminal or at at like Grim Hex. Actually, maybe Grim Hex might sell at full price, but at like one of the disposal areas, you're getting about 7,500 per SU just on the RMC that you're selling us at each time. So we're gonna go through here. I'm gonna scrape all this out. Once this second box is full, I'm gonna have to go and stack them. So we'll fill this up, and then I'll show you that. Okay, so second one full. Just get out of the seat here. Fill station obstructed. So this only pushes out 2 boxes at a time. It really has 1 box and then 1 box inside. Now, there's been a couple times where I've actually had it push 1 box out of the way and put the other one out. And I don't know if that's probably a desync issue more than anything else. But we're going to go in here. I'm going to pull out our multi-tool and snap it to the grid back there. Now, I'll point out if you need a multi-tool, as long as you have enough material in here, you go to create. The multi-tool costs 0.89 SEU, so almost a full box. And then the tractor beam is 0.2. So you actually have to create your multi-tool, go back, suck a little bit more up, and then create your tractor beam. But I'm just going to go to eject. I'm going to grab the compactor here. There we go. Crush that down. Just going to put the box out, and I'm going to stack it up here. Now, these guns are kind of in the way, but since I know I'm not going to get a ton of RMC, I'm really not worried about that. If I'm not grabbing guns, I can fit about 23 boxes in here, even though you only have this cargo grid here. You can actually fill up this whole area with boxes quite easily and sell and make a couple 100,000 on a large, even like a Caterpillar. What I'll also like to do sometimes is I'll make the first run, I'll pick up the guns, I'll pick up the cargo, and then I'll come back in the second run and just scrape the larger ships. So you can see I got about maybe a third of the salvage remaining. I've kind of got most of the top of this ship. I'm going to do a quick check. You can see here that looks pretty much done. So I'm going to hit G to turn off my gimbal so I can fly around. I could go at the side and try to get some, and then go into the bottom. Maybe that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to work on this. I'll try to get as much of this as I can, and then I'm going to go from below, and I'm going to scrape the last bit of the ship up. See how much salvage material I get. Now, remembering, I did start out with some salvage material already in my my compactor, so I am getting slightly more out of this when I sell than I normally would. One thing I'll also point out, you look at the bottom, there's these 2 circles that say valid right now. They both say 0. That's your left and right recycler. So as long as you have a little bit of blue on those and it's going down, you are working. Now, if I was pointing at the top of this from above, I might be picking up the bottom area, but it's not going to actually allow me to salvage, so those numbers aren't going down. But as long as the numbers are going down, you are currently salvaging, so it's a good way to make sure that you got the right aim. So I'm just going to keep going on this, and once I have this entirely salvaged, we're going to head back and sell. And I think I'm going to go to Area 18. A lot of times I go to Lorville and sell there, but Area 18, I'm going to sell there because I can sell the guns at Dumpers Depot. Lorville, you can sell the guns across from the TDD, and usually they'll buy all the guns there. I did have an issue where I was trying to sell some attritions and they weren't selling, so I did lose out money on those. I don't know why, because I was selling them at Lorville where they sell attritions, so you'd think that they'd buy them. So there must have just been kind of an error there, but we'll keep going, see how much more of this ship we can salvage. Okay, so you can see we have our 4 SU plus our 4 big guns. I'm going to head back out, and I'm going to get those 2 guns that were on the top. I probably should have... Whoa, there we go. I probably should have aimed the other way so my ship was facing away from the one that I am going to go grab the guns from, but that's alright. And I'm actually below it. So I'm actually even facing all the way the wrong way. You can see here, I got most of it. There's a little bit there, but I'm not really going to try to scrape these areas and fill up a partial box. I'm just gonna to stop where I am. I've got pretty much everything out of this ship. So at the back here, I forgot that there's this rear turret. Let's grab our multi-tool. Got our Badgers, which I think are worth about 500 each. And those are size 2. Can I stick those on my ship? Where's my... Oh, my ship's down this way. They're locked right now. Okay, where is... This one. There we go. Whoa, I'm having issues controlling myself in space. There we go. So just gonna put these closer. I didn't unlock the ports on my ship. So let's see if I can attach these. So stop that, stop that. I'm gonna get in. I'm gonna unlock the ports of my ship. Let's see if I can attach these Badgers to my ship. So we're gonna put away my multi-tool. Holster. There we go. And we're gonna enter 0G. There we go. And I believe it is left Alt K unlocks it. Let's try that out. So we're gonna put these away. Okay. Left Alt K. Right Alt K? There you go. Right Alt K. Or maybe it was a bit of a delay. Either way, ship port's unlocked. Perfect. Now we're going to leave our ship again. Now instead of leaving out the back, although the, you know, it might as well go that way because the back is already open. We're going to try to attach these guns to the Vulture. I think they're the right size. I think size 2 works. Alright. So, guns are somewhere here. Guns. There they are. Alright. Size 1. No, they're not the right size. I couldn't remember what size Vulture was. I thought it was size 2. That's alright. We'll store these in the back. And we can put... If we find size 1 guns, we can put them on the Vulture. So, let's adjust the angle of this a little bit. There we go. Why can't I... There we go. Perfect. Let's put that in there. Grab this one. So this will be about another 1,000 just by grabbing these guns. So, not bad. There we go. Put those in there. Oh, no. Get in there. There we go. Let's close up our ramp. Put away our multi-tool. And let's head to Area 18 and sell everything we got. Let's see what kind of profit we made. Now, I normally go to either Lorville or Area 18 to sell. I don't tend to go to New Babbage because I'm not usually way up at the top of the map here. But I only recently discovered that I don't need to go to the TTD or CBD. TDD? TTD? Which is it? 2 T's or 2 D's? I can't remember. I think it's TDD. I don't tend to I just learned that I don't have to go there, is what I'm saying. I've learned that I can sell RMC at another location, but I haven't actually tried doing that yet, so I don't know if the price is the same or worse. So I'm going to actually check that out at Area 18 when I arrive. There we go. Ooh, no sound. Silent. Alright. Oh, that kind of reminds me. When I put out my video about Foundation Fest, I got a lot of views. A lot of people are excited about Foundation Fest, just like I am. I'd say only about, 4 or 5 people really are not a fan of Foundation Fest and let me know. But let me know quite a bit in my comments, which I'm fine with. If you have any comments, if you agree or disagree with anything that I say, feel free to let me know. I mean, I have a thick skin. I grew up with 2 sisters. I can take it. But one of the questions that was asked, talking about how Star Citizen is unplayable and buggy, is that how many bugs or errors or crashes do I edit out of my videos that I encounter? And that's kind of a hard question to answer because there's kind of 2 answers. How many bugs do I encounter, don't make it in my videos, and how many do I edit out? Because I definitely play a lot, especially all the Foundation Fest during the guiding sessions. I haven't been recording those, so I encounter more bugs and more glitches and more errors than I put out in my videos because I don't record them. But I don't really, honestly, encounter many 30Ks or game-breaking bugs. I would say out of all my videos, I probably will leave in 97% of all the errors that I encounter. Usually there's things like me spinning out of control when I get out of the ship, or the fact that there's like no sound here. Yeah, I try to keep everything in. I try to show you. If I edit something out, it'll be like me rock mining and trying to suck up the gems, and they're just not working. I'm not going to go for a minute and a half just me sitting on there trying to suck them up and show you that. I will definitely edit that out, but I'm edit out in a way that shows you that like I had to edit because it's taking a while to suck up all those gems. The game overall has been pretty smooth, but you'll know about a month ago I was locked out of my account. I was unable to play the game for a month, maybe longer, maybe about 5-6 weeks. I certainly mentioned that in my videos because it was pretty game breaking to have just an infinite loading screen. So I try to show people. I also try to show people what you can do with smaller ships. Now I do have a Vulture here. Again, this is a Vulture I won. I certainly didn't pay for this ship. I haven't spent a lot of money on this game because I think you can enjoy this game with basic amounts. You don't need to spend thousands of dollars on this game. You certainly can if you want to. I could see in the future me spending more money on this game, especially, you know, buying things for giveaways, getting those ships to people. I would certainly then be spending more money in this game, but you can have a lot of fun. I think what I might do over the course of next week is take out an Aurora and just show you what you can do with that Aurora starting ship to start out, make some money in the game. Definitely I've been making a lot of money with the Vulture because the Vulture itself is an awesome moneymaker at the moment. I do have quite a few ships, but I've actually got most of those ships just by entering contests. I absolutely think you should enter the contest. CIG currently, I don't think has any contest going on. There is going to be giveaways at the end of Foundation Fest. I don't see why there wouldn't be. Those are definitely going to be, you know, whoever spent the most time teaching salvage or teaching touring or stuff like that. Those contests are really going to be ships that are going to go to mostly the people that have cheesed the system. Then you're going to have a lot of people that spend their time guiding outside of Foundation Fest being upset. Reasonable, sure, but I don't let things like that bother me. I haven't really worried about that. There was a tutorial contest that gave away, I think the top prize was an MSR that they recently had. Before that, there was the Pride Month celebration. They were giving away 10 C8X Pisces. Cool little contest all the time. Absolutely enter the contest. I've won my Rock DS, which I never use. My Great Cat Rock. I've got this ship here. Lots of my ships are just ships that I have won through contests, whether it's through CAG or through YouTube videos. There's always something out there. I say check it out and see what you can get. We are coming up on Arccorp now. 1.3 million kilometers away. This is a lot faster than driving. I mean, I don't know how long it would take me to do 1 million kilometers. I don't feel like doing the math, but quite a long time. This is a pretty nice ship. I mean, the view of it, I think there's the bobbleheads. I put it on at one point, and I think it shows up here. I didn't notice it for the longest time. I wasn't sure where it ended up, but it ended up here. Yeah, I mean, as far as Drake's ship goes, I'm really a big fan. I don't know what those little lights there are for. Yeah, Cool. I like it. And eventually, you're going to be able to like break down ships. So these parts here, and there's like a little door underneath me, those are supposed to be parts that like cut apart ships and break them apart. That'll be another tier further along in salvage. So it'd be kind of cool if there was more ships, salvage ships and mining ships from other manufacturers. Right now we have the mole and the prospector, and then for salvage you have the reclaimer and the vulture. Oh, and I guess the rock definitely as a mining ship. Like, there's not a lot of competition. I would love there to be other smaller starter mining ships. Maybe one that has only one type of scraper, so you can't choose between one or the other, but maybe a little more cargo. It'd be kind of fun to see more options in the verse, but the Vulture so far, super happy with it. Foundation Festival paint looks pretty cool, but I'm definitely going to go back to the ghoulish green that was with it when I won it. It is, in my opinion, a nicer paint. Kind of makes it look like a beetle. I kind of wish there was the ghoulish green for something like a Banu Defender. There might be. I don't have a Banu, so I'm not really sure about that. Alright. Oh, that's easy. We're going right here. That didn't take long to find it all. I did put out a tutorial on finding landing zones, and in that I turned off the clouds. I just haven't turned them back on yet, but it is making it a lot easier. Okay, so Alt-K. Yeah, it is right Alt-K. I figured I'd lock those ports back up. Although, I mean, I guess I could keep them unlocked because no one's stealing any of my guns when they're not on the ship right now. But then you have that, like, red text in the middle of the screen. Go a little bit slow here. I'm going to land. I'm going to head onto the trains, onto the Area 18 proper, and then you can join me again when I try to sell these and see what kind of profit I made on this salvage mission. After this, I might take a larger one, like a Caterpillar, and just show you how you can jam a bunch of boxes in there. But I'm not going to show you that entire process because it is a long process doing other mining. Maybe I'll put on this video, maybe I won't. Right now we're just going to call landing. Now look at that. I don't know what they did in the back end, but since this patch, the response time for calling for a landing is so quick. They have done such an awesome job on that it is really quick to call for a landing now. Now it looks like here I might be in a hangar on the ground. Or is that one? Oh no, that's one of the side ones. Okay. So we're gonna just turn around here. Hangar 2. Cool. I'm leaving the safe zone. I think you are in error, computer. Whoa. Oh. Beautiful. Beautiful landing. Nothing to see here. Why can't I land?
Landing complete.
Let's do a little bit of repair. No service required. Did they not just see what I did? Did they not just see my, like... Why? No complaints? Alright.
Have a pleasant stay.
I mean, that was a little bit rough. Let's go with this side. And let's go sell our goods. Arccorp Plaza. We're gonna head up the stairs here, and I'm gonna show you where I think I might be able to sell this RMC. Also, I wonder if the NPCs... Oh yeah, they are. Look at this. This is hilarious. I'm gonna go around to the front here. So normally I go to TDD, 2Ds, yes. And I can sell RMC there, and then I have to go to Dumpers Depot to sell the guns. Look at this. Look at all these guys who just keep spawning up there. There's like about 80 guys up here just jammed in here. I wonder if any fall down to their doom. I don't know. I love Lorville. It's my favorite place to set up shop as my home location, but when VR's in the game, I definitely think I'm going to switch to Arccorp. This is the kind of place that I think I will just love leaving my hab and just seeing this ridiculous city. So we're going to go through here. Down? Yes. Across? I think. We're going to find Dumper's Depot, which I think is this direction. This looks right. Is it? Oh, it's down there, though. It's down there. This way? Hello? Sir? Can I loot you? Oh. Can I take your shirt? I can't. Sir? Sir? Alright. Dumper's Depot. What kind of shirt was that? It said placeholder. It's like an NPC shirt. Maybe that's why whoever looted the rest of them couldn't take that shirt. Here we go. Let's go into here. Now this is what I learned, kind of by accident. I wasn't really paying attention. I go, alright, here's the kiosk. And then I looked here, and this is, they said they buy RMC, so I'm going to check that. But first I'm going to go over here. This is the one you need to go to sell guns. Let's see. So I'm going to select... I'm going to select the Vulture. And we're going to click Sell. So, I was rated about 500, so for the Badgers, so they're 550, so you get make about 1,000 on selling these two Badgers. Then the other cannons are 1,700 each, so the size 3 cannons here. So, look at that. So, looking at all this together, we made about 6 grand just by selling those guns. Not bad at all. I'm going to go next. We're going to see if I can sell RMC here. And if I can, how much is it worth? So we're going to select the Vulture. And, oh, we can only buy it here. Can't sell, oh, but I haven't pushed sell yet. No. Okay, so I can't sell it here. I can only buy it here. I'd seen that, and that made me think that maybe you could sell it here, but you can't. So I'm going to go to TDD. We're going to sell it. I wasn't sure. It would have been really awesome if you could sell it here. Just all in one, sell your guns, sell your RMC, and head on out. But it's really not that far. This is kind of a straight shot through the center. We're going to go back to the plaza here. Sorry, sir. Up these stairs. Past the giant floating orb full of NPCs. If you have other things to sell, you can sell them up here. That's like almost like the admin. I'm going to TDD, and we're going to go see what we made. Let's see. Recycled composite material. Oh, 30,000. So, remembering that I did have a little bit of RMC inside my ship beforehand, it's still reasonable to say we made about 6 to 10k total on this job. Not a lot, not really worth a ton, but I'm going to go try to find a larger contract. I'm going to go look for a Caterpillar or something like that. So let's see what we have here. Salvage, Starfarer, Caterpillar. Where is this one? CRUL4. Let's do that one. And if I want to do personal, salvage, risky, Cutlass, Constellation, Starfarer. What is this one? Wake of Disaster. Oh, okay. Caterpillar. 30,000. But it says here 30 minutes and then security gets there. And this one is testing site above aerial. Okay. Yeah. You know what? I have not done one of these ones. So maybe I'm going to do something like that next time. I'm going to try one of the risky. But right now I'm going to go general. I'm going to go to this Caterpillar here. HURL4. CRUL4. I'm going to choose... Which one's closer? HURL4 is... up there. CRUL4 is... down there. Yeah, I'll take that one. I'm going to try that. I'm going to see if there's any cargo in there. And if there is, I will show you the cargo. If not, I guess I'm going to... 50,000. I'm going to edit this out just because it will be not very exciting for you. So thank you for joining me. I think I'm going to end this here because this video is getting a little bit long. I'm going to do some more salvage. I'm going to do that, but you don't need to see me do mission after mission after mission. So thank you so much for joining me, and there will be future salvage videos coming up soon. Until then, I hope to see you all soon in the verse. Thank you so much for your support. Goodbye, everyone.